And going through warm-ups, trying to get into a little groove here before the tip-off. Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. Along with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Hall of Famer David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines moments from now. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Harrison Barnes.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
A look at the San Antonio Spurs opening lineup. Sohan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembanyama playing the 5. Then there's Harrison Barnes. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's Champagnie in at the shooting guard. And for the Timberwolves, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Conley in at the 1. And so off the tip, it's Minnesota. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Now, Sohan, after Anthony Edwards missed from long range. Wembanyama looking it over. Shot clock at 6. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
The first one falls. All right, Stan, let's put that coaching hat back on you. How in the world would you game plan for a player like Victor Wembanyama?
Well, that's a great question, Kevin, and there are no great answers because he's so good. I think when you're guarding him, you want to be as physical as you can and keep him as far away from the basket as possible to negate his length. Defensively, or when you're on offense, his defense, I think you want to use his instincts to block shots against him, take the ball at him, draw him, and get the ball to open people.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, but if it were that good, it would work more often against a guy that good.
Here's Wembanyama for 3. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Edwards kicks to Conley. To Gobert. Conley sets a screen for Gobert. For 3, Edwards. The shot, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Wembanyama down low. Gobert on him. Gobert with the block.
Nice play by Gobert, providing elite rim protection for over a decade.
Gobert with a screen on Paul. To the paint. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Clock at 6. Gobert with a screen for Conley. Over Paul. Conley's shot is off.
Yeah, slow start for them offensively. 1 for 5. They need to be more patient and find a better look.
To the middle. Barnes grabs the miss.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Now, here's McDaniels. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game.
What a slam by Gobert. He's solid getting positioning inside and using it to his advantage.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Castle's checked in. Ball against Conley. Paul passes to Champagny. Wembanyama, right side. 5 on the clock. They need this one. Drills the three-pointer. Wembanyama's got 5 points so far.
And when Wembanyama is connecting from deep, he is downright unguardable. This is how special a talent he is.
For 3, Edwards. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Paul's shot is off.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
Edwards passes to DiVincenzo. Randall down low. Really played well against Houston in his last outing. Conley's shot is off. Spurs trail by 3. Here's Paul. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Clock management. This is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
In transition, here comes San Antonio. Wembanyama left side. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Anthony Edwards.
Smart play there. I don't think we give Wemby's IQ for the game enough love, but he was a pro in France at a young age, and that obviously gave him a lot of experience.
The first free throw is good.
And the enthusiasm and expectations for Wembanyama are off the charts for a rookie. That's a lot of pressure for a young man to deal with.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Gobert. McDaniels comes in for Julius Randle. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Edwards. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Mike Conley.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Alexander Walker on the wing. Pass to Reid. Beats the shot clock but can't get it to fall.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Timberwolves lead by 1. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, what's your take so far on the Timberwolves?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
And awards now have a minimum amount of games needed to qualify. An interesting twist in this whole story.
Yeah, and it seems logical because of the uproar from the fans and the media that they implement this. And how can you be that impactful in reality, though, if you only play half the year?
We've got Joe Ingles, Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's McDaniels, and it's Reed in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Now, here's McDaniels. No scoring in this one. Jones against DiVincenzo. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Yeah, he's averaging 80% from the line, and he has been as steady as they come at the strike.
And the first one drops. I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Thanks, guys. Well, the Spurs with some experienced additions, bringing in Chris Paul and Harrison Barnes. Their mentorship is likely just as valuable to this young roster as their contributions on the court. And with legendary head coach Greg Popovich, they're creating an environment for growth in San Antonio. They're really building things the right way, guys.
All right, Shams, we appreciate the report. Now here's Jones. Vassell, no good. McDaniels against Jones. Got it. Good job in the low post. McDaniels got the lead up to 3 now for the Timberwolves.
Well, smart idea from McDaniels, looking to convert inside.
Jones finds Collins. Knocked away. And here comes the break. And now the 2K leaderboard. If you want to talk defense and talk block shots, just have a look at these teams, what they've done the last month. Number 1, the Spurs.
They have been racking up the blocks lately. I mean, if they keep this up, they're going to be a very difficult matchup for anybody.
And the first one at the line is good. And once again, Coach, the storied San Antonio franchise is on the upswing.
It sure is, Kevin. Look, they've got a Hall of Fame coach and a potential Hall of Fame centerpiece to build a team around. They've got great talent evaluators in the front office. You can't ask for a better recipe for success.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Jones dishes to Johnson. Collins setting the pick for Johnson. And he drives in. Pass to Vassell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot off that time. Good work defensively by Ingles. Here's Dillingham. Defended by Jones. Alexander Walker with the ball. To DiVincenzo. Another shot. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Greg Popovich is guiding a young Spurs team that's hoping to return this franchise to the dominance that saw 5 titles since 1999. Pop said the standards haven't changed. Be very direct, demand, be fair, and love them. They got to know you care about them. So it's all the same formula from 25 years ago to today. Kevin?
It's an interesting story, David. Thank you. And, of course, as a Hall of Famer, you bringing that to us? Perfect. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Julius Randle comes in for Joe Ingles. Edwards, he's checked in for Alexander Walker. And it's Conley in for Dillingham. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Randle, a screen on Paul. Pass to Randle. Edwards looking it over. 6 on the shot clock. And yes, it's good. Edwards got the lead up to 7 now for the Timberwolves.
And it's really good to see Edwards knock down the mid-range jumper. He continues to work on becoming more consistent from that area.
Gobert against Wembanyama. Kicks it out to Paul from outside the arc. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. And the Timberwolves with possession. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run. It's Edwards on the wing. .130 left in the first half of the game. Inside, Edwards finishes strong.
Well, look, it's tough to keep Edwards out of the lane and tough to stop him once he's in there.
.121 left to play here in the second quarter. And, Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
Here's Paul. Good work defensively by Conley. Minnesota leading by 9. Takes a step back. Here's Edwards. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. There's 38 seconds left now here in the second. Champagnie passes to Paul. There's the screen. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
The strength and balance of Paul overcoming some physical defense there.
26 seconds left to play in the first half. Outside Edwards. We've got 13 seconds left in the first half. Free throw line jump shot. Edwards with another miss.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, what do you think was the main issue during the first half?
We didn't make shots.
Thank you for that insightful analysis, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Thank you for joining us. Getting right to the story, things are going well for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Their defense is getting it done, intimidating shooters, locking down lanes. They force guys to take bad shots and give up on plays.
Intimidating and very disruptive.
Not unlike yourself. And time for a look here at how the West is shaping up as we continue to work our way through this season.
You look at the Timberwolves, they've been stuck in the middle tier. Not good enough to challenge for a chip, but not bad enough to get a high draft pick. They're really going to need their young guys to take a step forward in their development.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Edwards with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
We've got some talented defensive big men in the league today, Coach. But in your opinion, who would you say is the best rim protector?
Well, Kevin, I would have said Rudy Gobert, because people didn't even want to go to the rim and challenge him. Right. Anthony Davis is great. But I'm telling you, the young guy, Victor Wembanyama, I think is the best we've got now.
Isn't he something else, Stan? We've never seen anything like him.
We never have, and I'm not sure we ever will again.
On the court right now for the Spurs, we'll see Barnes and Sohan playing forward. Then it's Chris Paul. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. And it's Champagnie in at the 2 spot. Here's Wembanyama. Michael Conley making his last shot. Here's Sohan. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 4 rebounds in this game. McDaniels against Barnes. Edwards drawing the double team. McDaniels passes to Randall. Rebound by Sohan. Spurs trail by 9. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pass to Champagnie. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Here's Wembanyama. Anthony Edwards with the rebound.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Here's Gobert. The 11-footer tried to bank it in, but he misses. And it's Barnes with the ball for the Spurs. They're scoreless since the first half. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is figuring things out. He said there's levels. My first few years, I looked for my shot and nothing else. I've learned that I can't win without my teammates and that I have to throw them the ball, too. It's a team game. I know that now. Kevin, I know it, too, so I'm throwing it back to you.
And you're the best teammate we could have. Thank you, David. And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
might have a chance to see stats for Paul. He's one of the standouts over the last month. He's getting around 8 points a game, 8 assists, and 5 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
Well, this staff loves coaching him, and his teammates love playing with him. He's just an unselfish guy who makes everyone around him better.
Here's Sohan, still scoreless. Barnes sets a screen for Paul. Wembanyama outside. Yep, that one goes. 9 points for Victor Wembanyama.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop him.
Randall from outside. San Antonio with the rebound. Wembanyama has got his 6th rebound on the night. Barnes. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the
first trip to the line for him here.
And he's putting together a solid year at the free throw line, 79% overall.
And he knocks down the first one. Some changes for Minnesota. Alexander Walker comes in for Edwards. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. Barnes hits them both. Stan, you've been on the bench in the NBA for many decades. What were some of your biggest pet peeves as a coach?
Oh, my gosh, Kevin, that would be a long list. But the 2 biggest would be this. I think, number one, anytime there was a lack of effort, you're not running back on defense, things like that, that I had a hard time tolerating. And then mental breakdowns, things we had prepared for over and over and over again, and then guys just zone out and forget what they're supposed to do. Those were things that were hard to tolerate.
Especially when you would take such care in preparing them in every way. It's got to be just excruciating.
Frustrating as heck.
And finish off by Collins.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of it.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And the physicality of Randall's game, impressive. It's what earns him those calls.
The Timberwolves have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. And that one misses.
You know, one thing you have to admire about Randall is his hunger to get better. He is a real leader who leads by example.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Reed comes in for Rudy Gobert, and it's Joe Ingles in for McDaniels. San Antonio also making some changes. Johnson comes in for Sohan, and it's Vassell in for Barnes. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
Well, that's not the focus we're used to seeing from him at the line. He's usually rock solid from there.
Now, I'm not shy about bringing it inside. Vassell is comfortable around the hoop.
Timberwolves leading by 5. Now here's DiVincenzo. 46 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Ingles with the screen for DiVincenzo. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. DiVincenzo's got 6. Spurs trail by 7. Paul dishes to Collins. Pass to Castle. Collins setting the pick for Vassell. Wants to get it to Collins and does. And the shot goes in. Collins has got 4 this quarter.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Johnson against Randall. For three. Bangs home the trifecta. Randall's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The third quarter comes to a close. The Timberwolves on top, up by 8. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great passer.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. We've got Naz Reid, Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Joe Ingles. And it's Minot in at the 4 slot. So that's the Timberwolves 5. The pull-up. And Stephon Castle is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Timberwolves leading by 8. Miller with a screen on Jones. Pass to Alexander-Walker. Now here's Reed. He's guarded by Collins. Back to Alexander-Walker. San Antonio with the rebound. They host the Clippers after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Jones kicks to Vassell. Back to Jones. Collins setting the big for Jones. Inside. And finished off by Collins.
Well, they have Jones out there to run these plays, to work the defense and open things up.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Pass to Dozier. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Them one on Castle.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Edwards, he's checked in for Minnesota. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Victor Wembanyama is checked in for Castle. On the free throw, no good. And so Wembanyama will bring it up for San Antonio. 8-point game. Vassell outside. Down low and taken away by Johnson. To the paint. And Collins gets double teamed. Teardrop shot. Good. Nice job down low. Collins has got 4 points this quarter.
Well, the players will say, mouse in the house. Great job to use his size to expose the smaller defender inside.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch told the team. He reminded his team, we're up. All the pressure is on them. Let's just keep playing our game. Makes sense because they've got a nice lead late in this game. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, David. Now here's McDaniel. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Offensive rebound. A nice shot by Sohan.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Here's Edwards. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Barnes outside. Pass to Sohan. Wembanyama, a screen on Randall. A nice shot by Sohan.
Huge bucket by Sohan. Sequences like this demonstrate his desire to accept more of a leadership.
And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Spurs have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Paul kicks to Barnes. Wembanyama high post. Oh, too easy for Wembanyama.
How about the rookie with the big shot? Wembanyama showing us he can meet those high expectations.
A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter. Steps back and shoots. The rebound by Champagnie.
Well, he's got the green light in that situation. They wanted him taking that shot, even if he didn't get it to go.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And that is a huge block. Given how close this game is, a stop like that was right on point.
1:27 left in the fourth quarter. Edwards at full speed. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
1:19 left to play in the final quarter. And they're in position to take the lead.
And how big would a bucket be at this stage of the game?
Conley against Paul. Just 5 on the clock. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. Inside, got a piece of it. Barnes against McDaniel. Here's Wembanyama for 3. Knocks down the trifecta.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
And usually you want to go for the 2-for-1 here to maximize the clock.
Here's Edwards. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that huddle?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
Yeah, the clock is their enemy, and they know it. We'll see if they go for the tie or try and get a quick one.
And so it's Minnesota with it. They trail by 3. It's in! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
And the more experience Edwards gets, the better he'll become, especially when he's stepping up and hitting the big shots.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
19 seconds left in the 4th. And now they decide to foul intentionally. It's the first, and that will put them up by 2. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 3-point game.
That was a giant trip to the line.
From 12 feet out. Yes! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Wow, these are the moments that Edwards lives for. He is dynamite in the clutch.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
And it's all about the 3 right here.
Yeah, and when your opponent knows what you need, it makes it that much harder to find an opening.
And so it's San Antonio who scraped by with the win. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris, what does a win like this do for you at this time of the season?
Hopefully it gives us a little momentum. We got a tough stretch coming up. We got our back-to-back next week, so hopefully it just gives us a little momentum.
We'll see if he can keep it going again. Thanks, Chris. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us tonight on 2K Sports. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Victor Wembanyama.